What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Migz here, and today I'll bring you the one and only EXODIA deck. That's right, the new deck from Infinite Forbidden is out. The cover card is right there. This deck is so much fun. It's so different, and it's EXODIA, it's Grandpa, it's Yugioh, it's original. Let's get into the deck. Obviously, we need to play one of each of the piece: left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg, and EXODIA the Forbidden One himself, because he's key. Yes, these can be bricks, but the deck doesn't work without him, so you have to play 5. Then we play 1, the legendary EXODIA Incarnate. Cannot be normal summoner set, must first be special summoned from your hand by attributing 1 Forbidden One monster. Gains 1000 attack for each Forbidden One monster in your graveyard, unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn during your end phase, add 1 Forbidden One monster from your graveyard to your hand. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can reveal any number of Forbidden One monsters from your hand, and if you do, draw 1 for each. So, this guy is just a nice, easy summon to kind of put games away. I like to play 1 just for the name, you know, and we have a way to send the EXODIA pieces to the graveyard, so this is not totally dead, and being unaffected by anything is great, and the draw power is great. Then we play triple Sengenjin Wakes from a Millennium. Cannot be destroyed by monster effects. Perfect. You can only use each of the following effects of itself once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can place it in your spell and trap zone as a face-up continuous spell. While this card is in a continuous spell, you can either pay 2,000 life points or reveal 1 Millennium Ankh in your hand. Special summon this card, then you can add 1 Millennium monster from your deck. You need to play 3, searches the entire Millennium deck. Then we play triple Golem that guards the Millennium treasures. The activation of your Millennium Ankh cannot be negated. Very nice. You can only use each of the following effects of Golem that guards the Millennium treasures once per turn. If this card is in your hand, you can place its face up in your spell trap card zone. All the Millennium monsters do that. While this card is in a continuous spell, you can either pay 2,000 life points or reveal 1 Millennium Ankh in your hand. Special summon this. Then you can add 1 Yugioh Temple from your deck to your hand, which is the field spell. Then probably the most important one, Shield of the Millennium Dynasty. We play 3 of them, of course. Cannot be destroyed by spell or trap effects, which is nice. You can only use each of the following effects of Shield of Millennium Dynasty once per turn. If this card's in your hand, place it in your spell or trap card zone. Then you can pay 2,000 life points to reveal it. Reveal 1 minute special summon it, and then you can add 1 Millennium Ankh with your special summon. So this one, you don't mind paying for 2,000 life points. If you're gonna pay for 1, this is the first one you should pay for, because then the rest are gonna be free. Obviously, if you have Millennium Ankh, it doesn't matter, but this is probably the most important one because it gets you to Millennium Ankh. You play 3 of each. Then we play 1 Fiend Reflection of the Millennium. It's an illusion monster. With this card battles a monster. Neither can be destroyed by that battle. All illusion monsters have that. Again, you can place it in your spell trap card zone. This one, though, is a little bit different. If your opponent activates a card or effect while this card is a continuous spell, you can special summon this card, then gain life point equal to half of the attack of 1 monster in the field. I like to play 1 because EXODIA does have you pay life points. You do pay life points, so regaining it, you know, life points is not too bad. So I like to play 1. Then we play triple Dimensional Shifter. I know what you're thinking. Like, what if I banish my EXODIA pieces? Going second, it's fine, because you just stop your opponent, and then, you know, you can just do your EXODIA plays, because the Millennium Ankh does not send to the graveyard, it just reveals. And if you do so happen to send your pieces, you have this Exot Fires of Rage, but we'll get to that. But triple Dimensional Shifter, I just think it's a good hand trap. It hurts a lot of decks, especially the new Fiendsmiths. They need the graveyard to keep playing, and if they don't have it, then they kind of just stop. Triple Ash, because triple Ash. Then triple Millennium Ankh. Show 5 Forbidden One monster cards from your hand, deck, and their face up on the field. Then special summon 1 the Unstoppable EXODIA Incarnate from your extra deck. Then shuffle the face up monster cards you control into the deck, except EXODIA monster cards whose original levels are 10 or higher, and Millennium monster cards. Also, you cannot summon for the rest of this turn after activation. Shuffle this card to the deck instead of sending it to the graveyard. So, again, even if you're under Shifter, this goes back to your deck. It doesn't go to the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. So obviously this is very important. You play 3 of, you need to see it. You know, it lets you summon your Millennium monster for free, and basically lets you summon EXODIA for free. Then we play triple Yugioh Temple. During your main phase, you can place 1 monster from your hand in your spell and trap card zone as a face-up continuous spell. Then place one Millennium monster from your deck in your spell and trap card zone as if it's a continuous spell. So you get 2 for 1. So if you have this in your hand, you activate this, you put this, then you can play the Millennium Shield from your deck, then pay 2,000 to summon the Millennium Shield, search the Ankh, and then everything else is going to be free. Once per turn, if a face of Millennium monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can place it in your spell and trap card zone instead of as a phase of continuous spell, instead of sending it to the graveyard. So again, even if we have Shifter, they just go into the spell and trap card zone like Crystal Beasts. So this is very important. Triple Witchwood Temple. Then 1 Obliterate Blaze. 1 level 10 or higher monster on the field with EXODIA in its original name gains these effects. You can pay half your life points, destroy as many cards in the spell and trap card zones as possible, then equip 5 Forbidden 1 monsters from your hand and her deck to this card as equal spells that each give it 2,000 attack. Also, you cannot activate other cards or effects for the rest of the turn. If this card attacks a defensive monster, inflict piercing battle damage. I like to play 1 just to end games. You know, your EXODIA can be whatever your life points is at, so you know, I like it. Play triple pot of prosperity. We need to see the Ankh just so we're not paying life points. That's basically it. It's like a Shining Sarcophagus, you need to see it. Then we play double triple tactics talent because hand traps are everywhere. It's so good. We play 1 Called by the Grave. Then for the traps, we play 1 Exod Fires of Rage. This card is always treated as an Exod and an Obliterate card. If you control level 10 or high EXODIA monsters, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Freaking board wipe, crazy. If this card is in your graveyard except the turn it was sent there, you can banish it, then activate one of these effects. Add 1 Forbidden 1 monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Or shuffle up to 5 Forbidden 1 monsters from your graveyard and or banishment into the deck. So again, if we banish our pieces with Shifter, we can just get them back with this, no problem. 1 Obliterate. You can target 1 monster in the field, send 1 Forbidden 1 monster or EXODIA card from your hand or deck to the graveyard, and if you do, return that target to the hand. So that's why this is how we get the monsters engraved for Legendary EXODIA Incarnate. It's a nice compulse for your opponent. Then if this card is sent from the field, spell and trap card zone to the graveyard, you can target 1 Forbidden 1 monster or EXODIA card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So it's a nice recursion. I like to play 1 of. Again, it's a nice, you know, non-destruction removal. Then triple imperm because triple imperm. Then we get to the extra deck, triple the Unstoppable EXODIA Incarnate, 5 Forbidden 1 monsters, summon with Millennium Monk. Cannot be destroyed by an opponent's card effects. Easy. Ultimate power protection. Once per turn, if this card battles, during damage calculation, you can make this card gain attack equal to your life points. Yes, if you go second, you can make this card 8,000 attack. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card or effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate that activation. Nice. Spell and trap negate. Beautiful. Once per turn during the end phase, you can set 1 Exod or Obliterate spell or trap card from your deck. You usually want to set Exod Fires of Rage, but you can set 3. We have 3 targets. Once per turn during your standby phase, you lose 1,000 life points because, you know, it'll be broken if it stays at 8,000 forever. But, you know, that's what we need to do. Then we play Superstar Slayer Typhon and Divine Arsenal Zeus, just because they're great extra deck monsters. 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max, and 1 Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Juggernaut Lieb. EXODIA is a level 10, so we overlay 2 EXODIAs to go for game. 1 Ip Masquerena, because we can just swarm the field with all Millennium monsters and, you know, make Ip for a follow play on our opponent's turn. 1 Dark Charmer, because Dark Charmer. 1 Earth Charmer, because the Millennium monsters are Earth. 1 Unicorn. 1 Phoenix. I like to play this new one, Moon of the Closed Heaven. You can target 1 phase of monster your opponent controls. This card points to. If you link summon a link 5 monster using this card you control, you can also use that monster your opponent controls as material. So I play this because we play Underworld Goddess, and Underworld Goddess says you can use 1 monster your opponent controls. So if you have this, you can use 2 monsters your opponent controls. The one that Moon closes and this one, right? And we can easily make a bunch of monsters in the field. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're only using 3 monsters to summon Underworld Goddess of the Closed World because of a Moon of the Closed Heaven. Going second anyway, so we can clear their board. And then 1 access code because it's access code. But enough of the deck profile. Let's get into the duels. Alright, here we are with the first one. I go first, so I Shifter. Don't be scared of Shifter. Play the Golem into the spell trap card zone. Pay 2,000 to special it. Then I search the temple, activate the temple effect. I set the Millennium Treasures and the Millennium Dynasty, pay 2,000, special the Dynasty, search the Ankh, activate the Ankh, reveal 5 pieces of EXODIA, summon the Unstoppable Incarnate, set Imperm and phase I set obliterate. Then my opponent is playing Chimera, so it's a good thing we have shifter. They send Quoto. They summon the Gazelle, King of Mythical Claws, but I imperm it. They summon the Nightmare Apprentice. They search another Quoto. He attacks directly into my EXODIA because he didn't read, but my EXODIA during the battle phase gains 4,000 attack because I have 4,000 life points. Then end phase, I activate obliterate, but it doesn't work. So I just set Exile Fires of Rage. So on my turn, I activate Exile Fires of Rage. I activate EXODIA because I have to pay 1,000. I activate Wedgwood Temple to say Sengenjin and the Millennium. Pay 2,000 to set the Millennium to search the Ankh. Special summon the Sedge by revealing the Ankh. Then I search the Fiend Reflection. Activate the Fiend Reflection. I link the 2 shields into IP for a follow-up play, and we just go for game here. So as you can see, shifter's not too bad. Though obliterate doesn't work because shifter's on the board, but it's fine. You still have it for a follow-up play. Let's go on to the next one, shall we? All right, here we are again, shifter, and they're playing Decisive Battle of Golganda, and they set one. Here I go Pot of Prosperity, banish 3. We got the Ankh, baby. Let's go. Activate the Temple. Temple, I set the shield and the Sengenjin. Effect of the Dynasty. I don't have to pay because I reveal the Ankh. Special it. I search another Ankh. Special summon the Senju, reveal the Ankh, search the Golem again, special itself, search the Wedgwood Temple, I activate the Millennium Ankh, special summon EXODIA, and then I go into attack. He protected his monster by sending Titanic Lad, so he didn't get attacked, destroyed. But my 2 special summon monsters got destroyed. This one cannot be destroyed with monster effects. Also, EXODIA cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects, so they stay on the field. So my EXODIA gains 8,000 attack. And then I set Exile Fires of Rage on my opponent's turn. They play Pot of Duality. They search Pot of Prosperity. They Feather Duster, but I have to negate it to protect all my stuff. Then they do the Dear Servant, sending the Nixter Pack Bracket, searching the Ecclesia. The Pack Rabbit targets my Incarnate. It doesn't destroy, it puts it in the Spawn Trap Card Zone, so it's fine. Then Pot of Prosperity, he searches that again and passes. And here I'm just gonna go. I have Millennium Ankh, so everything is free. Then I search a triple Ankh. I have double Ankh again. Then the Wedgwood again. Yeah, and here I'm just gonna go for game here. So this is just game here. He doesn't have nothing to recover, as you can see. Again, shifter stops a lot of decks. It's beautiful. Let's keep going. All right, here we are. We go first. We activate the Temple. Temple, we set the Senjin and the Shield. Shield, we pay 2,000 to search the Ankh. But now all our plays are free because we have the Ankh to reveal. Then the Guard with the Senju. Here we go. Then I play the Millennium Ankh to special summon. And we have Ashen Imperm end phase. I said Exile Fires of Rage. Summon Kashtira. He activated the effect, but I negate it. Then he summons the Battling Boxer. I Ash it. He activates Triple Tactics, but I negate it with EXODIA. Then he activates the Heritage of the Chalice. He searches Durandal. He equips Durandal, but here I exile Fires of Rage to clear his board. And at the end phase, I set Obliterate. And he has literally nothing anymore. So I just go. I set the Legendary Incarnate EXODIA to get the Millennium. And he just scoops. That's it. Let's go one more quick one, shall we? Here we go. This is an earlier build where I had Super Poly. Super Poly is not in the deck now, so don't play it. But I just wanted to show this because it's really funny. So I activate the Fiend of the Millennium Inflection. Play the Millennium Ankh. And then go for game for EXODIA with 8,000 attack. Because he didn't have anything. So, 8,000 attack EXODIA. Just wanted you guys to see that. But again, this deck is so fun. It's Grandpa. It's Yugi. It's classic Yu-Gi-Oh! With a modern twist that you can just swarm with monsters. I think this deck is going to be really good. But again, if you like my content, please comment, like, subscribe. It's your boy Migz signing off. Thanks again.